No, but apparently our intros anger people.
I was working on a Mulan one, like, make a man out of you, but like,
We're already men.
yeah, well, like lagged out edition, like, let's go fix our Wi-Fi so we don't lag out. But I couldn't think of like the rest of it, so that's
It's
all you
actually
get.
that actually could be a pretty. I feel like that could be a pretty easy one to do though, because that's like a pretty like simple jingle. I feel like.
That's all you guys are getting, and you're getting it with like no enthusiasm.
But the thing that's funny is we have a podcast
Hey,
called
everyone.
Lagged Out, and we have really good internet. So
Yeah, so like, yeah, the song is just a total lie.
it
basically.
is. It is a huge lie. But hello, Joe said hello.
Yep,
so
I said Heyo, but okay.
Welcome
Slander
to
me.
the first podcast after the New Year's resolution edition, to where we outlined everything that we want to do. We hope you guys are not quitting your New Year's resolutions yet. I'm still going to the gym, so that's good. My six pack is being worked on. I don't think you have went to the gym once.
I have. Okay, so we have this thing at work where like if you go to the gym, you can like link your gym
get a
account to like like your benefits account or whatever at work, and so like every time you beep in, they're like, oh, this person went to the gym, so they get like extra points towards their benefits, and if you get enough points, you get like a discount. And each time you go to the gym, it's 100 points. And I got my points today for December, and I got 100 points.
Oh my gosh.
Meaning I went once in December, and I haven't gone since.
Dude, why do you suck, bro?
I don't know. But yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna probably start going next week, just because
That's what you say.
that's when I'm gonna try to start eating like cleaner to work on my six pack, because we also have a thing at work going on where so Torrin started this. He wanted to make like a competition out of it. So by the end of February, he wants to see like out of like the group of the group of people that's doing it. He wants to see who has like the best like six pack or whatever, or four pack or whatever it is,
How do you guys measure the depth of your pack?
by staring at each other's bodies.
Oh my gosh. You guys are just like in the bathroom at work, like, looking at each other's six pack.
Nah, man, we'll be in the closet.
Your owner walks in, he's like, you guys are all
We'll
fired.
be in the supply closet. No, okay. If our
That's
owner
so
walked in,
weird.
he'd be like, "You guys suck." He'd like open his shirt and be like, "Oh, frick, 8-pack."
Oh my gosh. That's like, I feel like that's just a weird thing to walk into.
It's okay. I don't think he has access to the supply closet, anyways.
But do you guys have access to it?
Yeah, because it's our supply closet.
Oh, it's only IT supply costs.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, anyways, yeah, we hope you guys are not quitting on your New Year's resolutions, and your gaming ones. But, Joe,
Adam.
what have you been doing in the gaming world? Because you played a lot of
I'll give you like
different
one guess.
stuff. No, I know what you've been doing, but I'm
why'd you
trying
ask?
to, because I want our audience to know, but you played a lot of different things over Christmas break, or whatever you want to, whatever you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
He did I don't think you told them that you did a 12, did you tell them that you did a 12 days of
I mentioned
Twitchmas?
it like at least twice.
But did you tell them what you played?
Yes. So
Okay.
I did Monster Hunter World a couple times. I did like drawing streams a couple times. I did Beat Saber a few times. I did Super Hot VR once. And I think I did Roller Coaster Tycoon for one of them. Let me look, because I have it all archived on my Twitch. Awkward silence. Let's see.
I'm waiting for this.
That doesn't tell me anything. What the heck? Oh yeah, and Red Dead Redemption, and yeah, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 was one of them as well.
Okay. I remember that because we were talking about that on stream, and then you bought it right after.
Yep. $4.
Okay, so I want to go, actually, first, before I ask you this, I want to go on a rant real quick.
Okay.
About, this is about gaming in the world of the Macs, okay? So Apple, Mac, right? So for you guys that don't know, I'm a graphic designer / photographer for the most part. And so I have a iMac, which is a really good computer for that. Really good quality, everything like that. But Mac is not very compatible with gaming in a sense. There's not a lot of companies that, I mean, they're starting to get more and more compatible, I guess, with really big games. Like, I can't ever remember the Blizzard games that are compatible with Mac, but I know there's like a good bit of them that are. I know like Overwatch isn't, but I think like Hearthstone and League of Legends is.
That's not Blizzard, but okay.
Sorry, not League of Legends. Heroes of the Storm. Sorry.
Heroes of the Storm, okay.
Yeah, Heroes of the Storm. I know there's like a lot of bigger games. A lot of the strategy games are like Civilization and some of those type of games. But there are a lot of big AAA titles that are compatible with Mac. But so it's growing slowly. But it's really frustrating because I'm not really trying to game on my Mac necessarily. It's just the streaming softwares and all the programs that are for like streaming or gaming that help you do all of that. They work so well with Windows, and I don't understand why someone doesn't create one for Mac, because I feel like they could just make a lot of money off that. Like, it just doesn't make any sense, because right now, so this past weekend I tried to dual boot my Mac, which I've done before on my laptop, had no issues. This time, for some reason, it gave me all these issues, didn't work, because I think I have the highest upgraded software for Mac, and there's probably some bug or something that's not allowing it to partition. But it got me thinking, because I was like, I just don't understand why no one has done that. Because someone told me, like this guy, one of the production people that I know, he said that Mac is like blocking a lot of that, I think, because they want to create something themselves, I guess. So they make all the money. But it's like, it's been like 49,000 years. And it's like, because it's just like, it's really frustrating. So if you guys know anything about video game streaming at all, I can download OBS, which is a broadcasting software. I can do that. I can do Elgato. I can do all of that. But when it comes to like channeling your audio through certain sources, like I can't stream and like have my game audio, my music, and hear like Discord audio in the same headphone, really. To do it, it's like so complicated. Like, you have to do all these like third party things, and you have to do all these like, workarounds, and it's like you're downloading all these apps that are just like, I don't even know what they're doing to your computer, but it's really frustrating. But like with Windows, I think you just have to download like one thing, or you might not have to do it at all, and it just works so much better. And a lot of it's that, and a lot of it's just like a lot of the betas that they do for like Streamlabs and stuff only work for Windows. So it's just like frustrating. But yeah, it's just kind of my pseudo rant to start off the podcast, because I'm going to be building my own PC, just so I can do that and everything, because it's just super frustrating. But if I was smart enough, I would create an app, but I don't know how to. So, Joe, you want to do it for me?
No, I don't know how to make apps. I mean, like, I know how they're made, but I don't have the knowledge or expertise to make one.
Right. I just don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, do you have any insight on that? Because it's just like...
Well, I mean, they use code, so you could always use Morse code to make your app.
True. That actually might work.
Appeal to the deaf demographic,
Yeah,
Oh, wait, no, that wouldn't work because it's Morse code.
Oh my gosh, dude, you're so dumb.
I meant the the blind demographic. There we go. That's the right one.
Yeah, it's just I just don't understand, and it's probably just because I think it's because the coding is like really complicated with Mac, and game developers and game companies that supplement that stuff don't want to take the time to do it, which I get. I mean, it makes sense. But I don't know. I was working on that for like 7 hours Saturday, and I was just getting frustrated. It was crazy. But
I'd like to meet a blind programmer.
A blind programmer?
Yeah.
He just never can mess up his code. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, that's my rant. Do you have any weekly rants about the topic of video games and or electronics?
Yeah. Riku and
Really?
Kingdom Hearts is impossible to beat.
Is that what you were raging about last night?
Oh, you heard that? Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. I could hear you
Okay,
raging.
so I'm playing on the hardest difficulty of Kingdom Hearts 1. And one of the hardest bosses, in my opinion, is towards the end of the game, obviously. And he doesn't have that much health, but he does a crap ton of damage because it's like a harder difficulty. So like if he hits me like twice, I pretty much die. Um, and on the first like I guess playthrough of his fight, I didn't like know what his like abilities were or anything. I didn't know like his attack patterns. So I was just kind of like winging it, and I got him down to like literally like 2 hits, like 2 HP, and I'm like, okay, this is it. I'm gonna freaking do this on the first try. This is great. And my brain immediately thought of like 3 different things that I need to do at once, and my body didn't know how to respond to that in like a logical order. So I had low health, so I'm like, okay, I need to heal. So I need to put my finger on the L1 button, which is like your quick spell menu, and you can like slot like your any spell you want, like cure or like offensive magic or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I need to heal. So that's in my quick spell menu. So I'll proc L1. I'll get that ready, and then I'm like. And my brain was also like, okay, I'm actually kind of close to him. I should probably back up and back away from him before I heal. That way I have enough room and he doesn't just like wreck me before I get the heal off. So I need to press square to use my dodge roll to move away. And dodge roll is like one of the best moves in the game because like, it's a dodge roll, right? Anyone who plays Dark Souls know what I'm talking about.
Gosh. Yeah.
And then the third thing was like, okay, he's 2 hits. Like he's literally just go tap, like run up to him and like hit him twice and you win. So just mash the attack button, the X button. So my brain was like, okay, press L1, run away from him, but run up to him. Press X, which is attack, but also press X for the quick spell menu, which is cure. But also dodge roll away by using square. So my brain didn't.
Oh my gosh.
My brain was like, okay, I need to do all these
hate
things, and my body didn't know what to do. So I ended up standing still, firing off an offensive spell that didn't do any damage to him, and then he killed me.
I hate it so much.
And I was so mad. It tilted me, and I tried to beat him like 6 more times after that, and I couldn't get even close. I was just so triggered. I even like calmed myself down once. I did like a little like minute meditation, and like I was like, okay, we got this.
Gosh.
And like I calmed down, but like I can't get him down to like half a bar of health, let alone like 2 HP. So I'm just I spent like at least 90 minutes trying to beat him, and I just couldn't, and I'm sad.
Good gosh.
So
wait, I thought you ended up. Well, from what I heard last night, I thought you ended up winning.
no, I never won.
What was the fight before that then? Because I swear you.
Okay, so there's another really hard fight before that one, which is just like ridiculous. But I figured out like how it works. So, like you actually in that one you actually have room to dodge, except for like this one stupid move that like you can't dodge. Or I mean, like you can, but like it feels like it's luck based. And I was not very lucky a lot of the times. But it didn't kill you unless you had like less than half health. Because again, in this difficulty, everything like 2 shots you.
Interesting.
Like all the bosses do anyways. So, but like once I figured out that one was just like, okay, I just need to like chip away their health. So like they would do their attack. I would run up, do like 3 or 4 hits and like back away and like prepare to like defend myself or heal myself or whatever. But yeah, that one wasn't terrible. It only took me like maybe like 4 or 5 tries, but the Riku one, I can't do it. And then to make it worse, I looked up, before I went to bed, I looked up speed running for that game because
No,
Like
Lord.
people like
Don't
just
do it.
people use like cheeses and like they like cheat the system and all that to beat bosses super quick. And this dude, I don't know how the frick he did it, but he literally just like got Riku to like stagger with every hit. And it's something to do with like precise timing. Like you can't just like mash the attack button because he'll like break out of it and then like counterattack you. So it's like you have to like attack him with like a certain timing to keep him staggered, and then like go into your next attack and keep him staggered and so on and so on. And I'm like, how the freaking crap? I need to do that, but
Yeah.
I don't know how, because like it
Maybe
was games done quick. So like they explain like what he did, but not how he did it. So,
right. Maybe you can do that for Kingdom Hearts 1.73.3.
No, I just want to get done
What?
with Kingdom Hearts 1 so I can start Kingdom Hearts 2, because Kingdom Hearts 2 is the best game like ever.
So when you get to 2, and this is a serious question,
Mm-hmm.
are you then gonna do 3 when it comes out, or are you gonna do 2 point? Is there more after that technically, or how's the collection work? Does it like mash them all together?
So this one is the 1.5, 2.5 collection. So it takes, so they released those separately. So they have like the 1.5 collection that was separate. It remasters the
Right.
first game. It remasters the game after, immediately after that one, and then it provides you with the full like 3 hours of cutscenes for another game that happens like during that the same time as that second game. And then they did 2.5, which is they remaster the second game, Kingdom Hearts 2. They remaster the prequel game, and then you get another movie of cutscenes for a different game. And then eventually they just put both of those together in 1.5, 2.5 HD remix collection, whatever the heck. So you get basically all 6 of those things. And then they did the 2.8, which is the last game remastered, which was a 3DS game. And that basically ties in, that takes place after Kingdom Hearts 2, and it ends right before the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 3. So they remastered that one. They gave you the point 2 fragmentary passage, which is basically just like a demo of like the new engine that they're using. But they made like a little like 2-hour story out of it. And then they give you like another like an hour of like cutscenes for like backstory and stuff.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, so I don't know if I'll play another game after 2. Cause like it's only January 7th and I'm basically almost done with the first Kingdom Hearts.
Right.
And 2, like, I mean, there's still like, just to beat it, I mean, won't take that long, but like there's so much to do in the first and second games, like, you know, like side stuff.
Right.
I don't think that it'll keep me like occupied until January 29th. So I'll probably play the prequel game that they have on there because that one's really good from what I've heard. I've never played it, but like I know like the story of it and stuff. Yeah, so I might do that. We'll
Okay.
see.
So I have 2 topics that I want to talk about real quick that,
Okay.
well, it probably take up the whole podcast, but that were interesting. Well, one is interesting, one is kind of funny. So you made me think of this as you were talking, but stress in video games. Do you get stressed out when you play video games? And
Never.
the reason I'm asking you this is because Dark Souls and Bloodborne stresses me out so much. Like that's why I don't, like, you still have my Dark Souls game because I don't play it because I get so stressed. Because the thing is, like, the difference between Dark Souls and Monster Hunter to me is, so Monster Hunter is definitely challenging. And when you really get to the end game, like it does really get challenging with like tempered and arch tempered stuff. And you have to really know the mechanics and everything. And you have to know, like, you know, when to do what. You have to be able to, like, you know, really capitalize on like weak spots, all that stuff. You have to be prepared. But the difference is with those games is when you die, you don't lose everything that you have. Like when you play Dark Souls, it's like playing RuneScape and getting killed in the wilderness and losing everything you have, and or just getting killed like in the normal game, like if you have stuff in your inventory or whatever, you lose stuff obviously. But with like Dark Souls though, it stresses me out so much. Like, and the reason, and Sean brought this up, the reason Dark Souls and like that's the reason they piss us off so much is because you die to like complete bull crap sometimes. Like you die to some like trash mob that just comes out of nowhere and just like has like a seizure on you, and then you're just like, what the heck? Like, what am I supposed to do? Because like it's kind of understandable to die to like a boss, but it's like when you die to like some stupid skeleton, it's just like it stresses me out so much. That's probably one of the top games that stress me out. But I just wanted to see what you thought about that.
I feel like games like Dark Souls don't stress me out. I mean, the only time I've ever played Dark Souls was when we played it like together or whatever. But like those games are made to be like that. So knowing that, it's like, okay, I'm like, if I die, it's, you know, it's basically like guaranteed to happen because that's like how the game is. But games like Kingdom Hearts, which are made for kids, and like I'm not really a kid, and like I know so much about it, and like I know like, oh, this is how this works and this is how that works, and like when I die to something, even like, and I've died a lot to like just like normal like enemies and mobs and stuff, not even just bosses. Honestly, I feel like it's like about equal, like deaths between bosses and deaths between like just normal enemies.
Right.
But like that stresses me out, and like the whole like, you know, I'm 2 hits away from beating Riku. Oh, I freaking died because my brain just effed up. And then now I can't get back to that spot. And it's just annoying. Like no matter what I try and stuff, and it's just annoying. And part of it's also like in that fight, the camera is just stupid. Like it's drunk.
I heard that last night. I was laying in the bed trying to go to sleep and was like, I can't see anything.
It's very drunk. I'm sorry, by the way.
No, it's all right.
Yeah,
it's just
like,
funny.
Because like for some reason you can't move the camera like up or down. It's only like a horizontal movement. And you know, like when the camera like if you were to like say you know, walk in front of, or I guess technically behind like an object that would obscure your view from the camera like quickly zooms in so it's in front of that object and can see you. So it's like that, but like just worse, because then you can't see where like the enemy is, and you're just like, what the frick is he doing? Am I gonna die now? I don't know. So that was part of it, and it's like, and part of it was also like, I've gotten him to 2 HP. I know I can do this. I just can't, and that's the frustrating part. So it's mostly things like that. So it's not like, I mean, I guess that technically applies to Dark Souls, but like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's just different because like one's a kid's game and one's like, yeah, you're meant to like torture yourself with this game.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I guess it's just like whenever I play Dark Souls, I feel like I'm not progressing at all. Because like it's almost just like I remember when I played Dark Souls 3 and I started the game and I beat the first boss, and the first boss was supposed to be a tutorial, and it did not feel like a tutorial to me. Like, and that is what's kind of frustrating. And maybe like if I play it again now, like after playing Monster Hunter, I might actually be better at it, and it might not stress me out as much. Because Monster Hunter, I don't know, Monster Hunter is definitely more forgiving, I think. But I guess when you get to like the arch-tempered stuff though, it's not, because you can get one shot. But like, I don't know, it's just something I get so stressed, and I that's like sad, I guess. But it's just like, I don't know if that's stupid or not, but I get stressed. So I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that one out there.
Yeah.
But so the other thing I want to tell you real quick is, so me and Trevor unlocked the temporal mantle on Dark Souls. On Monster Hunter. Thing is literally a god. Like it's like it dodges moves for you automatically, and you do like these little flips, and it does it for like 90 seconds. It's so good for like tempered fights and stuff. It's amazing. But okay, So this is kind of related to Monster Hunter, but it can relate to all games really. But I saw it on the Monster Hunter subreddit, and this thing I wanted to ask you about and talk about because it was a very interesting opinion that someone gave. But basically, on the Monster Hunter subreddit, some guy posted a thread, and he said that he had played the game for the first like 3 months when it came out, and then he got to like the gem farming, and he kind of got like annoyed with it because it's like really a lot of RNG and stuff, like a ton of RNG, or whatever. And so he stopped playing for a while, and then he came back right before they did the December stuff, and they announced they're doing like Iceborne, and he's like back into it again, and he's like excited about grinding it and everything, but he's still kind of like irked by it. But he made like this. He's like a programmer, so maybe I should ask him to program apps. But he programmed this like this model, the statistical model that showed you how many quests you had to do before you could get your gem collection that you wanted. And it was based off all this like information and data that like is on the wiki and everything. And he did like this whole mathematical thing, and it showed you like it was this huge graph. I kind of knew how to read it, but kind of didn't. But it was pretty insane. Like he did all this research, right? Basically, you have to do a ton of quests. Like unless you're lucky or whatever. And it also depends on if you want multiple gems of certain things, like for certain sets, when you can just switch them out because they don't consume them or whatever. But so basically, what he was saying, he said all that, but then someone in the comment section posted this opinion that was very interesting, and he said that so Capcom's like Japanese, right? Japanese company.
Yeah.
So he was pretty much saying that he's asking for Capcom to, he's not necessarily asking for Capcom to make it easier, but he's asking it for it to be a little more instant. And he brought up this like notion that like Capcom is Japanese, and in Japanese culture versus Western culture, like American culture, everything in America is like we want everything right now, like it's now,
right.
Like right now. In Japanese culture, though, they see things differently. Like they work for things more for the most part. Like it's not. This isn't true in necessarily all cases, but overall, the Japanese culture is like, you work like a ton, like same in like Chinese culture, like you almost, people like work to death in Japan, but like you work a ton, you work for stuff, you don't just get it, and so like he made an interesting opinion that like since it's a Japanese company, a lot of Japanese players probably put tons of hours into this game, and they don't see a problem with it when they grind because they see it as work, and they see like they're being rewarded for it. But a lot of Americans see it as like they just don't want it to be like that because they don't see video games as work necessarily. They just see it as like a video game, and they want stuff like instantly kind of. And so that's why some people they just don't like the RNG like stuff in video games, which then a lot of people had said like they could bring the RNG down a little bit. Like it's pretty harsh, but they could bring it down a little bit, but they don't want it to be easier. They just want it to be more like a little more forgiving, I guess. But I don't know. I thought that was really interesting because I think that's actually really true. Because when you think about it, a lot of Asian-based games like are very grindy, like for the most part. And I don't know, like maybe that's why like in Asian culture or something, like that's why some Asian gamers are so freaking good, like in like StarCraft and like League of Legends, all those, like I'm serious, like maybe it's because like they put so many hours into something, like more than someone else would. And I just thought that was really interesting though, because like I've never thought of it that way. And like how America might be like, no, we're anti RNG because we want it right now. Isn't that interesting though? Like,
yeah, I mean,
what do you think?
That doesn't just apply to games though, like that's like
No, it's everything.
It's like everything. Like there's so many like things in like Asian cultures, not even just like Japanese, but like just Asian cultures in general that like are so backwards from like American culture. Like, over here, right? Like here's a simple one. Like In America, if you're slurping
In America.
if you're slurping your food like you're having spaghetti and you're slurping it up, that's like rude because like, oh my god, you're slurring, making noise. But in like Japan, that means the food is good and people are like, oh yeah, thank you for like enjoying my food or whatever. So like
That's crazy. That's
so
cool.
like and my parents and sister get annoyed when I do that too. Whenever
Just tell them that it's acceptable in
I
Japan.
tell them that and they're like, we're not in Japan.
Oh my
Which
gosh.
to be fair, we're not, but like it doesn't mean that I don't think it's bad or anything because it's good food. Anyways, but yeah, so like it's just interesting how different the East and the West are.
East and West. No, yeah, I know. Like,
West
I don't know. I just
represent?
thought that was really interesting because is Kingdom Hearts technically an Americanized game?
No, it's. I mean, what do you mean by Americanized?
Like, is it by a Asian company or is it by?
So it's a collaboration. The game itself is made by Square Enix, who is based in Japan, but it's a collaboration with Disney, who is based in America. But Square's the one making the game. They're just using Disney properties.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I think it's actually more popular in America than it is in Japan. So they kind of have, you know, like I feel like they take consideration of like what American fans want in the game when making it and stuff, or even with just like maybe like animation choices or lip flaps or anything like that, you know?
Yeah. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, because I just thought that was like, I thought that was very interesting in a sense because it's like the guy, I almost want to be like, oh, got him, but like the dude wasn't like being like conceited or anything. It's just like, I just thought it was really interesting because that I like RNG or I like grindy games, but I can see what people are saying about it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like I get very accomplished when I do get like when I
What
do
you're after.
achieve something in games. Like I don't know, because I feel like RNG is like just something that's in every game in general that like, but it's like
Yeah, it might not
if
be
you didn't
like
have
the
RNG,
main,
it's too
focus
easy.
of it.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I feel like if you're playing a RPG or an MMO or something, like you have to have RNG or it'd just be pointless.
Well, I mean, like even like in other games, like enemy AI is technically RNG. Like yeah, like they could have set patterns, but like you don't know which one they'll use first or anything like that,
Right.
unless they always do the same pattern first or whatever. But like, you know, like the way they move or where they move to or whatever, it could be RNG. I mean, you could say it's RNG, I guess. That's what like a lot of speedrunners will refer to it as, though, because like they want enemies to move in certain ways and in certain positions so they can manipulate them to like the most, you know, efficient way or whatever. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I definitely think in like RPGs and like MMOs, RNG is. We're saying a lot of acronyms, by the way. I think it's RNG is definitely most prominent and like a requirement in those games.
Right. Exactly. Because if you didn't have them, it's like.
And then when you
It's like,
try
what
to
are you
put
doing?
them in other games in a lazy way, you get loot boxes, and no one likes those.
Hey, what'd you say?
I said, and if you try to put RNG into another game, like another genre, but you go about it in a lazy way, you end up with loot boxes, and no one likes those.
Anthem.
Probably.
Actually, we haven't gotten to that point yet, so we can't. That's slander. Not really, but
It's speculation.
speculation. But they did say that they weren't having. What is it? No, they did say that loot boxes were going to be only cosmetic, but it kind of sucks because the preview that I saw, they had so much customization for your character, which was really cool and like things you could do with your character. But they admitted that, or they said that like not all of that is like unlockable. Like, I don't think all of that's unlockable through gameplay. Like you have to buy
Right,
loot
right.
boxes, or you have to get loot boxes or whatever. I don't know
Yeah.
if you have to buy them. I'm assuming you're gonna buy them,
Yeah,
but like,
the question is like, can you get the premium currency to buy those loot boxes just by playing the game? Because like you can do that in Destiny. Every time you level up, you get a bright engram. You use that bright engram, you get some bright dust, and you can use bright dust to buy cosmetics and stuff.
yeah, that's an interesting point. I thought Destiny's bright engram thing was really good. Like,
Yeah, they've gotten a
it
lot
was
better since Destiny 1 about like how they go about, and even like the beginning of Destiny 2 about how they go about microtransactions and stuff like that.
right. Like those were actually really those were really balanced well, I thought, in Destiny 2. Which it's funny because we haven't played in a while, but I've heard that the expansion or the DLC wasn't too bad, but
Yeah.
I didn't actually see much. Did you see anything about that?
Nope.
Yeah. I was just curious because I saw some people playing it. It looked like it didn't have tons of content, but it wasn't like bad or anything.
Right.
The forges, I think, were pretty
I
cool.
do know that someone comes back to life though,
Oh, okay.
and it's
Do you
not.
know who?
Yeah, it's not who you think it is either.
Dang it, Rip Kate 6.
Yep. Do you want to know who?
No, I don't
Okay.
want to know who.
It's
Okay. Yeah, I also, so another interesting change to a video game that I haven't played in a little while is Black Ops 4. So apparently they fixed the battle pass thingy or whatever they call it, like to make it a lot better now. So I need to test it out at some point, but it's like, so before it was the top tier was 200 tiers. Now they changed it to 100 tiers, and each tier is a set unlockable. So like what you're gonna get
Okay.
in the tiers, and then after that you can just get loot box items. But they have like a bunch more signature weapons. They have I think they have a way to get like the currency or something too. And then they give you your daily skip for a tier each day. And then they lowered, I think they lowered something. So apparently they've tried fixing that. And I think it got a lot of good support. But I mean, the Reddit page for Black Ops 4 is just like a disease, so it doesn't really matter what they do. I swear the Reddit page is ran by like different devs of like different FPS games. Like I swear, dude, it's insane. Like if they fix something, people will find something to complain about it. It's insane. Like because you go to other Reddit pages and it's not like that at all. Like I don't know. It just doesn't make sense.
I mean, dude,
like,
it's Call of Duty.
no, I know, but there's only like 4,000 to 6,000 users on there at once, so it's like it's not that many people on there, but it's just like I don't know. It's just so funny to me. I look at that subreddit and I look at like Monster Hunter, or like I bet Kingdom Hearts is like probably pretty cool. Like
Kingdom Hearts
I
is
don't know.
great. Everyone loves each other. My mom also just texted me. Did you work today? Yeah, mom.
Why did she ask that?
I don't know. I think she meant to say work out, but
Hi, Mom.
I just said yes because I did work today.
Did she say anything about the podcast last week?
Yeah, she was being a mom, be like, you're gonna have to like eat really clean and blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, I know, mom. This is why I need your help. Also, really quickly about last week, let me just say, everything I said about my sister, well, not everything, but like the part where like she learns the material the night before, that was just a joke. Because apparently she actually listened to the podcast, which I didn't think she did, and she was really offended by that. So I'm sorry that you felt that way, Sydney. But
Rip.
it
Rip
was
Joe.
it was meant to be taken as a joke and nothing more. And now she's asking if I worked from home. My mom, that is.
Rip Joe.
But yeah,
Why is she asking if you worked from home?
I don't know. No, why?
She came here and you were like in your bed, like, what are you doing?
I wish that'd be great. But yeah, so I just wanted to say that because she was yelling at me and my mom like said I should say something. So, well, mom didn't really say anything, but yeah,
Interesting.
just wanted to clear the air. So what we were talking about? Oh yeah, Kingdom Hearts, the Kingdom Hearts subreddit. Everyone loves each
Yeah.
other. It's great. Even like all the YouTubers and stuff like are so nice to each other and everything. Because
So
like
have they been doing YouTube? Like, Are YouTubers like were they active over the last like 2
Yeah,
years?
like I don't know, I don't know
Like how
how.
though? The
I
game
don't.
hasn't. The
Yeah,
game's
I don't
not
know
been out for like
how.
20
I don't
years.
know how Kingdom Hearts YouTubers like survive, because we had Kingdom Hearts 2 in 2005. That was 13 years ago. And like yeah, we had games after that, but we didn't have like Kingdom Hearts 3. And like after those games came out, like once you got through all like the big material, it's like, all right, well now what? Like you just kind of like have to, I guess, be creative and come up with your own things or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or like just like dig deep and like try to find like theories or come up with your own theories or whatever. Some of them were pretty cool. Like some of the theories I watched were pretty cool. Like, oh, like this person's bad, or like this person's related to this person because of this reason or whatever. Or like, oh, like speculation theories, like, oh, this will be in Kingdom Hearts 3 because of this, this, and this or whatever. But like shout out to like the Kingdom Hearts YouTubers, because like they announced Kingdom Hearts 3 with like a 1 minute, 2 minute like little teaser trailer just saying it's now in development, and like people had to basically take that and like run with it for like a year until they announced something new.
Like but
So
do people? I mean, I guess they could just keep doing stuff and like finding challenges, but I don't know. The games are so old that it's kind of like
yeah.
I don't think they have that much depth, right? It's not like an in-game type of game, right?
You mean like what?
Like you can't just keep like Monster Hunter. You can't just keep playing it,
Oh,
right? Like you
no,
you
yeah.
can kind
So
of beat
like
it.
yeah, there's like a finite number of things to do, and in all of them, at least like the main two, like 1 and 2, once you beat like the main story and stuff, and it plays like the final cutscene, and it plays the credits and all that, it'll show you like your stats, like like how many times you died, how many times you did this and that, and blah blah blah, and then you hit OK, and then it just boots you back to your save point before the final boss battle, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like you can't actually like beat the game, even though like you've beaten the game. But I mean, like they put a lot in there that you can do. It's not necessarily like side missions per se. It's more just like tasks to complete, like things to find, or like little like time trials or whatever. So
Right.
or like beating
Interesting.
one of the most fun things is like they have like tournaments that you can fight in like the Hercules level. Those are always fun. There's like different tournaments and stuff. And then one like I guess staple of Kingdom Hearts are the secret bosses, because those are always like stupid overpowered. Have you ever seen the Sephiroth fight in Kingdom Hearts 2?
No.
Okay, I will show it to you because it is the coolest and like just like most insane thing you'll ever see in a video game ever.
I'm really excited for those.
It's awesome. But yeah, like you have, for those, like you have to grind a lot. So like you have to figure out, okay, what's like the best way to get experience, and then like, okay, what's the, you have like different weapons you can synthesize, so you need to find the right materials, and it's like, okay, which enemies drop the right materials and stuff like that. So there is like a sort of in-depth crafting system and stuff like that. But there's nothing like, oh boy, I can't wait to go fight a new monster or whatever. It's arch tempered this time. It's not like Monster Hunter where like it doesn't really end. But I mean, I guess also the difference there is Monster Hunter doesn't have like an end. It's just like you just keep farming monsters, whereas Kingdom Hearts actually has like a story and an end to it.
Right.
So
Yeah, because I don't know, with those kind of games like Monster Hunter, you can kind of find an end for yourself.
yeah, like
I guess.
kind of like after we beat like the story in Monster Hunter, that's kind of like when I started to get bored of it, because I'm like, okay, well, we're just going to start recycling monsters. And then like there's no real point to beat them, because it's like, oh my god, it's a big scary monster, we gotta go kill it. And it's like,
Yeah,
you've been doing that the whole time. What do you mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is like technically the real end game starts then, because you're supposed to like.
No, yeah, like I get that, like that's why I kept
but
playing.
for you,
and stuff,
but for you just didn't.
There's just no point to it, because it's like, okay, so I'm doing all this stuff, like I'm grinding, I'm getting all these new pieces and weapons just to farm more monsters, to grind more monsters, to get new pieces and weapons and stuff. And it was just like the same thing. It was just like that cycle over and over. And like, I wasn't accomplishing it. Like, it didn't feel like, to me anyways, like I was accomplishing anything or like progressing. Because it's like,
Yeah,
oh
I
my
know.
god, it's a
Well,
new monster, but it's like the first one you fight in the whole game, but it's just stronger.
there are actually more quests to do when you beat that stuff.
Yeah, but the quests
And
are all
then
the
you get
same.
different armor. You get different armor sets that make your stuff better.
Yeah,
and
but
then
they,
you
they all
augment
they all
stuff.
look the same. It's like, ooh, blue Rathalos looks just like red Rathalos, but guess what? It's blue.
Yeah, I know.
And
But,
they do the same thing.
yeah, I mean, we can agree to differ there.
You mean
Because-
agree to disagree?
Yeah,
Nope.
because for some people like me and Trevor and Sean, we still find reasons to grind because
Does
there's more
Sean still
stuff
play
to
with
do.
you guys? I feel like it's always
he
you and
does.
Trevor. I only ever see you two
Sean's
talking
been
in
really
Discord,
Sean's
though.
been really bigger or
Busy?
bigger. Sean's been really busy, but he's playing
Gotcha.
tonight with us or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
But they were gone for a while because
They were like partying in DC or something.
they were in Asheville.
Same thing.
But-
That's what I said. D.
Yeah.
Asheville.
But okay, so I have. If there was anything else you wanted to say, I have some Metacritic reviews for you.
Everyone wish me luck. Give me your energy so I can beat Riku tonight. I mean, you'll be hearing this tomorrow, which is a day too late. But just give me your energy anyways, because after Riku, I still have to beat like 2 bosses, and the last boss has like 5 different forms. So yeah, give me your energy, please. That's all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Energy to Joe. Okay, so I have some good.
Okay, yeah, you say they're good, but you also said it with like a sly grin on your face. I could hear it. So I don't know if I like.
They're just
this.
funny, and I feel like there's a lot of inside jokes involved.
Oh,
with
yeah, and
all
then-
of them,
and
except
then
for
they're funny.
one.
Okay.
2 of the 3 are great. The other one is just one that I found that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. But yeah, so I am ready when you are.
All right.
Okay, so the first one is on Xbox One only.
Okay.
It's got a Metascore of 80.
Okay.
It's a role-playing action RPG. Everything's RPGs now.
Monopoly.
so-
I'm just kidding.
So, Blank is a third-person action RPG about forging relationships. You are a lone wanderer in a sunless land. The only light to be had sputters from an age-old lantern at your side. There's a rumble in the distance and then a light. Through leaking eyes, you make a peek on the horizon, choking the land in a cloud of ash. Nothing ever shone so bright. The first dawn turns to dusk, finally recedes.
Ashen.
Unfamiliar. What'd you say?
Ashen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you knew. But if I was going to finish that, I was going to be like, just call me Edgar Allan Poe because that was like the most
I
majestic
only
summary
knew
ever
that
written.
one because I did it before.
You what?
I read that one to you a couple weeks ago.
Really?
Yep.
I don't remember that.
Obviously. Score one for me.
Well, because I was watching people stream it or whatever,
Yeah.
and it's supposed to be like a low fantasy kind of thing.
I don't know.
But all right, well, it's fine. It was a freebie.
Yeah.
But these, I'm really wondering if I can. Oh my gosh.
Stump the Schwab.
Okay, so first one. Here we go. This is this is only on PlayStation 4, Switch, PC, and Xbox One. It's an 80 Metascore. It's a miscellaneous genre.
Mm-hmm.
And the summary is blank is the biggest, or sorry, not blank. It's the biggest blank yet with 5 games, including the return of the classic. Let's see if I can say all this.
Okay, hold on. Jackbox Party Pack.
Which one?
3.
No.
5.
Yes.
Yeah.
The reason I
Because
did
you're
that
going to
one,
say Returns of Fibbage, right?
well, no, it says classic pop culture trivia mashup. You don't know Jack.
Oh,
Use phones or tablets as controllers to play with up to 8 players, an audience up to 10,000.
I thought
You play
they-
up to
I thought they-
10,000
I
audience.
thought they redid Fibbage too. Maybe not. I don't know.
I did that because we played the rap battle game,
Yeah.
and I saw that, and I saw that it got such a high Metascore, and I was like, okay. There's actually no wait. It says Let's see if it says. Yeah, pretty much everyone's review is pretty good. So, all right. Now the next one. It's got a Metascore of 86.
Okay.
This is on the Switch,
Ooh, okay.
the iPhone, the iPad, and the PC,
Okay.
which is interesting. I did not know it was on this. I might have to look this up. 86. It is a. I can't tell you the genre
Awesome.
because it's probably going to give it away. But it says blank offers new ways to interact with your blank. Expand your blank across and advance your blank and compete against blank
Oh my god.
greatest blanks
I hate you so much.
to blank a blank.
Is the game called Blank?
No, that will stand the test of time. Play as one of blank different blank from various locales around around the planet
God dang it.
and throughout blank.
You know, I
Build. Oh wait, hold on. Let's see if I
sorry.
can read the rest of this. Hold on. Let's see. Each of the blank can be played any way you prefer, with unique abilities, blanks, and blanks in their quest for victory. I feel like I can't give you more than that.
You know,
'Cause I
I
want this
feel
to
like
be-
I read this one to you too.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Or maybe you read it to me before. I swear I've heard this before.
I don't think I have because
Is it Fire Emblem?
no.
Okay,
no.
is it Octopath?
No.
Frick.
Nowhere near.
What?
Remember, it's on iPhone, iPad, PC, and Switch.
Yeah.
I would say it's mainly on PC. It's known for PC. It's rated E10 plus.
Can you read what little of the description you can again?
I feel like I'm not going to be able to read it and put all the blanks in like I did this
No,
time.
just don't do that.
Let me see if I can actually find a better like user thing that might not have. Let's see. So one person digitally downloaded said, it has the most incredible ability to make you lose all sense of time and desire to play anything else. This will be my most played game on Switch. Let's see. So it runs amazing on Nintendo Switch, better than it used to do on certain rattling laptops. Blank on the go, what's not to like? Blank on the go is what's... Wait, what? What? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense, A Gamer 19. Let's see if there's some other... it's been a series for over 10 years.
10 years? Mm-hmm. Well, it's not what I thought it was going to be. Dang it.
Yeah, it's a classic series.
Can you try to read the description again?
Yeah, hold on. I want to read this zero review. What does it say? Not all the DLCs are included. No online mode. Okay, wait, I can't read that. Okay, I'll try to read the description again.
Okay.
Oh gosh, here we go. All right. Blank offers new ways to interact with your world. Expand your blank across the blank. Advance your blank and compete against blank's greatest blanks.
You can't say any of those words.
No. to I swear to you, dude, it would give it away. To build a blank that will stand the test of
The
time.
test of blank.
Play as one of 20 y cuatro different blanks.
28.
No.
20
That's not-
20 oh no, 24. Sorry, you're right.
From various blanks around the world and throughout blank. Build an blank of lucrative blank routes with blank of blank. That's more than I gave you last time. I gave you a few more words.
I know we've done this one before.
No, dude, you haven't.
I know we have. It sounds familiar.
No, we haven't. We might have done a different form of it, but it was not this one.
Civilization?
Yes, Civilization 6.
Okay. I know. I'm pretty sure we've done Civilization before.
We haven't done Civilization 6.
Maybe I did 5.
Because this came out on November 16th, 2018.
I mean, we could have.
I don't think we did that one, dude. Because
maybe we did Civ 5, but yeah, I'm the best. Like, GG, no worry.
Dude, it was hard, bro. Because the genre is strategy turn-based.
So read the whole description now.
Okay, the description is Civilization 4 offers new ways to interact with your world, expand your empire across the map, advance your culture, and compete against history's greatest leaders to build a civilization that will stand the test of time. Play as one of 24 different leaders from various countries around the world and throughout history. Build an empire of lucrative trade routes with Cleopatra of Egypt. Flex the military might of your legions with Trajan of Rome.
Oh, I see.
Or develop. I skipped this whole 2 lines because there's no way.
Yeah.
Or develop a powerhouse of culture with Hojo Takimuni of Japan.
Blank.
Each of these leaders can be played in any way you prefer with unique abilities, units, infrastructure in their quest for victory.
Okay. Yeah, I can see why you omitted some of those words.
I feel like that was pretty good.
It's funny.
For what I
also think it's funny that like you left in like, you know, blah blah blah, like 24 of history's figures or whatever. And my first 2 guesses were fictional game like worlds, like
I
Fire Emblem, Octopath. It's like no, none of those are based in history, you idiot.
What are you doing?
Oh man.
Yeah, so
my next guess, until you said it was like a 10-year-old franchise or whatever, my next guess was going to be Bastion.
Gosh, we've already done that one.
I know. But like, I'm
I
like,
know
this sounds so familiar.
I remember which ones we do, so that's why like
yeah. Yeah. Freaking 3 of 3 though.
Yeah, dude. That was solid. Good job. I'm proud of you.
I know.
But
I'm proud of me too.
That will be towards the end of our podcast right now.
The codcast. Next week is a codcast. We're just talking about fish the whole time.
Fish and Call of Duty.
Fish playing Call of Duty.
Exactly.
We're going to talk about bass that you hang on your wall. We're going to get him on as a guest star. It's going to be great.
And we're going to talk about Joe's Call of Duty experience and how many Call of Duties you've played.
2.
Yeah.
2 that I care about
as well. We're gonna eat salmon as well.
Nope.
Or salmon.
I'm gonna eat goldfish.
Okay.
Like
you can do
like
that.
the crackers, not the actual goldfish.
The crackers.
It's the snack that smiles back. Goldfish.
I hate you.
I mean, I had to do one little voice thing. Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag.
But yeah,
that should have been our New Year's resolution.
Oreo, if you want to, our door is still open. If you want to like come on in and sponsor this podcast,
your loss.
Oreo,
it's your loss.
Really, this is free advertising. Like you don't even have to pay us. Just send us Oreos.
I know. Oh, by the way, a little update on our social stuff. So I'm gonna be getting the highest premium thing on SoundCloud soon because our podcast gets like 50 views on SoundCloud. Like all of our podcasts have over 50 views on SoundCloud. So I'm gonna do that eventually because it gives us unlimited time. So
cool.
Yeah, just update, guys. That'll be through iTunes though. You can just go to iTunes. So that's where you watch them.
Or you can go to SoundCloud.
iTunes is easier.
Links to my SoundCloud single in the description. It's Total Fire. That's also the name of the single is Total Fire.
It's Arcfire
because it's lit. Nah, man, I left Arcfire. We disbanded.
Oh my gosh.
Now I'm just Total Fire. You're Arc.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay. Well, Joe, I'll let you do the
I actually totally
intro.
forgot about Arcfire. I'm surprised you remembered.
I freaking love Arcfire, dude. That was so funny, dude. That was so funny.
Would we be more like that Arcfire, or would we be more like Arcfire or something like that?
I don't know. I feel like it's like a
or would it be
band.
like a mix of both, like Arcfire?
It'd be like a mix of thrash versus like quest metal, which is like
Quest
Dragon Force,
metal.
which is like Dragon Force.
Dude, that's so funny. So
That's actually like a
Dragon
thing,
Force, how would
dude.
you describe your music? Yeah, we're quest music. We're quest metal.
It's like fantasy metal.
No, yeah, that's
kinda
so
what it
funny
is.
though. Like they do like basically make video game metal, but you know,
Exactly.
yeah, it's funny. It's funny because like they were humbled by like being like on Guitar Hero 2 and 3 and stuff, but they don't want to be known as the band that's on Guitar Hero 2 and 3. But yet like they make video game sounding music.
I know, right? Oh, that's
I
great.
think they were like inspired by video games and stuff. I don't remember, but yeah, it's either way, it's funny. But anyways, that's gonna be the end of this lagged out episode 14. Next week is the Codcast talking about fish, playing some Call of Duty. Going to have the singing wall bass as a guest star.
Gosh.
It's like you think I'm joking, and then like next week when it actually happens, you're gonna be like, "Oh, frick, he was serious." Sydney, again, if you're listening to this, I apologize. I did not mean to hurt your feelings. And yeah, I guess Adam. No, I didn't. I guess Adam can just I don't know do his weird noise at the end or whatever to signify the end of the podcast.
I love you guys. That's what I always say.
It's weird.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Never mind.
yeah. Have faith. Be great.
Oh yeah, I forgot about our little slogan. New year, new
All right.
me. You know, just yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I got one for next week. Ready for it?
Oh,
So
no.
for the
Oh,
podcast, we're
my
going to end
gosh.
with have. Wait, hold on. What was it?
Have bait.
No,
Be great.
no, it was. Yeah, it was basically going to be something like that, like have bait, be great. But I don't know if there's a fish called great or something,
Mate bait great again.
or
I'm just
or
kidding.
maybe I was going to do like have fish, be bait or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, have faith, be great, and we'll see you guys next week.